All right, we are live. We are live with a 2-4 Viking squad.
2-3.
2-3.
We're 2-3. A dramatic victory over the hapless Detroit Lions. Minnesota Vikings scrape and fight. Somehow pull off a miraculous victory over the Lions. So,
and just quick, I mean, I see we're seeing some updates on this Packers game. I'd love for you guys to keep us informed on what is going on in that Packer game. It sounds like Crosby is having a real turd of a day, and that the Bengals have the ball. So keep us enlightened.
yeah, keep us informed, keep us up to date, keep us up to speed. So we're gonna let a few more of you guys get in before we really start delving into this one. But man,
yeah, let's give me your 10-second old spiel on this game before we get into it.
My 10-second spiel?
Absolutely.
It's not. It shouldn't be that surprising. This is what we see this regime do: play down competition, and they're lucky to squeak out a win. But really, this feels like a loss in so many ways.
Yeah, that about sums it up. I mean, the fact that the Vikings were celebrating, I'm not celebrating one damn bit. I don't feel any better about this Vikings team to squeak out a Lions victory. Of course, leave it to the Vikings to come up big. Greg Joseph makes this beautiful game-winning kick against the 0-4 Lions. We can't do it against when it counts, but when it's against the Lions, they do it. So we got to remember what the Vikings won, but I don't think this is going to be the most uplifting post game.
No. The truth is they are 2-3 now. So,
did the Bengals really miss a field goal?
That's what it sounds like they did. They missed the game winner, so I don't know how much time is left in that thing, but yeah, it was just weird. The whole term events there with the kick, it looked like it was good, and they put it on the scoreboard, and then the ref said no, and it just petered out at the end. It just dove, did not have enough on it. So, and then all of a sudden the Lions come back and score 10 points. It was just weird. Thank you for that, Dirk. That's a beautiful thing to say.
It was really pretty.
But I think as we get into this more, the big thing that's going to come up was the play calling today. Very, very questionable and just lacked any kind of balls really today.
Yeah, questionable is putting it politely. Just beaten. I'm glad the Vikings won. Don't get me wrong, but the way they were acting after the game, I mean, Zimmer and Cousins were just pumping each other up. Greg Joseph's being held up by the third string defensive lineman. It was very weird. I wish they would have just left the field after the game and just moved on the next week. Well, the Lions, no offense, they're a horrible team right now with all the injuries. By far the worst team in the league, and we got to beat them in that fashion. It's pathetic.
And you celebrate like you win the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the thing that was a little bit embarrassing, especially raising Greg Joseph up. If he makes the kick he's supposed to make, it doesn't ever come down to that. So whatever, maybe this is what they need to pull this whole thing together. This dramatic win over the winless Lions. I don't know.
Did you just have a big sip of purple Kool-Aid or what?
No, I mean, you see it. They're celebrating like that. So what is going on? Are they that frustrated? Do they need that much? Do they need this boost? I mean, it's the freaking Lions. It's just.
It is the Lions, and make sure you guys stick around. We're gonna bring you on at the end for the studs and turds of the game. A lot to choose from on the turd side of thing, but I think there's gonna be a common theme to the turd. But let's just talk. I mean, Dalvin Cook was inactive. We're going against one of the worst run defenses in the league. I mean, Alexander Madison showed up. We got to give him some love. Justin Jefferson showed up. It was great to see Darius out there. I mean, where do you want to start?
Well, yeah. So let's just talk. We can start with the offensive side of the ball here. Even though the Lions' run defense was so bad, we were having trouble moving the ball on the ground initially to start this game. I mean, there wasn't much there. There wasn't much push from the O-line. Madison was not finding much room to run. So any yards he got, especially early, were definitely earned. And they were the Lions. They were fired up. I give them credit. They did come out. They hit hard. That Tracy Walker hit on Madison at the end of the half. I mean, I thought they broke him in half. Dede Westbrook took a couple big hits. So, but yeah, just the overall, there was no real rhythm to the offense today. It seemed like Cousins wasn't really on. Where was Adam Thielen today? He was absolutely gone. He's outside of a milk carton. He's got 2 quiet games from Thielen in a row now, so not sure what's going on there. But it was clear Justin Jefferson was definitely Cousins' preferred target today.
Justin Jefferson, he should be everybody's preferred target. Yeah, I mean, everybody's saying it in the comments here, and you said it, but we played down to our competition. That has been Zimmer's MO since he's been here, is we don't show up. We should have put the pedal to the metal and beat their asses by 30-plus points. There's no reason we shouldn't have beat them. We're going to talk about third downs, I'm sure, but every third down was pathetic. Punt the fucking ball on third down from now on. There's no point. Their third down play at the end of the game, 3rd and 7, handed. I mean, go for the win. Where are their balls?
Yeah, well, where are yours? Your voice just got really high right there.
I'm very upset.
I can tell you are. Yeah, you said go for the win. How about like at the end of the half too, where we got the ball back with like 30 seconds and 2 timeouts, and then we ran it, and then we took like
boo birds were out in full effect. You could hear it in the stadium. Boo.
Okay, but then let the clock run down. Then you run it like with 3 seconds left, and I still think there was like a bunch of time on the play clock, and I don't know why you ran it again there. That was bizarre, and that's when Madison took the big hit. So just weird. No urgency, no sense of no sense of killing. Like, put the freaking death nail in them. Finish this team off. Nail. I don't know, but there was none of that. There was no. What's the word I'm looking for? They wouldn't kill this team. They won't kill them. They just let them hang around. Before halftime, the fact that they didn't even try a 20-yard pass, didn't even try against this 0-4 Lions team, and just ran the ball. I mean, just take a knee. What's the point? I mean, just take a knee. They're not going to bust one off. It was pathetic. This is about the most down you're ever going to hear us on a Vikings win. But this was in our pregame shows and everything like that. This was our biggest worry, that the Vikings would just sneak one out past the Lions. And that's exactly what they did. Well, how long was the game-winning field goal? Like 54, 55 yards, something like that.
Yeah, of course. Of course we're going to make that. It's just, this is worst case scenario. The Vikings, they got a tough schedule ahead of them. I mean, clearly, unless something drastically, insanely changes, they are not going anywhere. Dan Campbell, I love Dan Campbell. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I can tell you to just watch the game with you today. So offensively, Clint Kubiak definitely just not calling a good game. It just where was the play action? Where was the deep passes? Where was the shots? Where was Adam Thielen? A couple odd passes to Ben Elfson. What the hell is Ben Elfson doing getting the target? That never should have happened. You can clearly tell he was. I think he didn't even jump. It went off his hands. It was very, very embarrassing. So just, I don't know. You have Amir Abdullah in there in some situations where I'm sorry.
Did the Packers just miss another field goal, or is Charles a little behind the time?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But
well, all right. The Vikings did win. It might not have been in impressive fashion. So let's at least talk about some positive. There were some positives there. And the number one thing that sticks out to me is we got to see Darrisaw out there. A little weird the way they were putting him out there. It seemed like it was the Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston quarterback thing. They're just kind of putting him out there in situations. I mean, cut the cord, put him out there.
Yeah, it was weird. I know we were questioning if Hill got hurt first, and then apparently not, because he was back in, then he's on his ass. Like the first play, Hill came back in, gets blown up by, I think that was Trey Flowers that time. Darrisaw looked good. I mean, he was eating up his guy. He was holding his own.
Oh, yeah, he looked good.
He's just a big beast out there. I don't know why you you said, why is he getting yanked in and yanked out? It didn't really make any sense. Positive today, I mean, obviously Justin Jefferson. I mean, some of those catches he was making, he wasn't really even open, still coming up with the ball, and he's doing a little first down thing. And so Jefferson was great. And I thought the defense, this is 2 games in a row where they've, 14 points last week, 17 points today. We still can't stop the run, but I think Anthony Barr back in the field definitely helped. Everson Griffin still getting, great pressure on the quarterbacks. Dylan Hunter showed up a couple times, but as up and down as this defense has been, I do feel like they are starting to play a little bit better.
I'm not on the same page on that one. Well, you're echoing again. I think you need to leave. Come back. Yeah, I mean, on that side, I mean, defense. I'm not going to get excited about anything that they did against the Lions. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad Barr was back. Patrick Peterson, I think, is a guy that hasn't got enough love as he probably should have this year. I mean, he's played pretty damn well. Teams are going after Bashaud Breeland for a reason, but I'm just giving Patrick Peterson a little bit of love. I think he deserves. I think he's played pretty damn good. But basically saying I'm not excited about the Lions doing good against the Lions defensively. I can't get excited about it.
Well, I mean, we still can't stop the run. And they ran for over 100 yards again today. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams going up the middle. I mean, it was just there almost every single time. Breeland actually I thought played a little bit better today. But I do like when he takes credit for balls that go 20 yards over the receiver's
head. He's just getting pumped up. Shitty throws. He's like, that's all me. So that's all me.
Yeah, he's pimping the old 21 out there. He's no problem himself. But again, I don't know. Griffin seems to be like our most consistent pass rusher right now. So
yeah, Griffin. He was my start of the game last week, and spoiler alert, he might be it this week. He's been fantastic. Danielle Hunter had another good game.
And then Griffin had to put a little water on your Griffin. He did have a couple of key penalties there. I think he hit hands to the face. I think he roughed the passer once too. So a couple of costly calls to go with his good game too.
Well, speaking of penalties, we finally got to hear some from Chris Herndon. We might not have a catch, but he sure does have a shitload of penalties. And while they may have been a little ticky-tack, they were, in fact, penalties. So
they came at really crucial times. I mean, one was a big, third down conversion for, was it 20-something yards to Jefferson? Or no, that was
I'll give you that. He did miss that tackle. Absolutely.
Yep. And then, that took some points off, or potential points off the board. So, yeah, Herndon, I don't know. That crackback block I thought was kind of weird. But, yeah, he comes in to block. We got a fourth rounder for a guy to block, and he keeps getting flags. So not great for Chris Herndon.
Yeah, damn it. That fourth round pick might be an early fourth round pick at this point. I don't know if Jelly Monster is just keeps repeating himself or if this is just the theme, but a lot of comments of just Zimmer kind of being a coward, and coward might be a strong word, but it's accurate. He
do you think Zimmer would have gone for two?
You ever seen Roadhouse? Go for the throat rip. Dalton rips that throat right out.
Do you think Mike Zimmer would have gone for two when Dan Campbell did there at the end of the game?
No, I don't think Zimmer would have went for two. He probably would have punted.
Well, I don't think he would have punted, but I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have gone for two there. So, and that's the thing.
I hats off to Campbell. When they did that, I mean, the Lions 0-4, they should have went for two. They did it. They probably knew, in fact, they were going to get it. I mean, let me look at some of these stats here.
Well, the Vikings, too, they got lucky. There was a couple very drop passes in the first half that Lions could have easily intercepted. I think they had they muffed that one kick return. I think it was Abdullah muffed one. They got on that. So this could have gone a much different way, or it would have been almost a blowout in the Lions' favor.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, let's see. I'm just looking at. I haven't really looked at the actual stats yet. Well, Justin Jefferson, 7 for 124. Damn, he did good.
Yeah, and then let's just go back to some of these decisions too, because obviously we already talked about the end of the half, which was just weird. How you run the one play, then you let it tick down 25 seconds, then you run another play, which totally bizarre. But then also later in the game, what was I gonna say? When they get the ball back with 2-something minutes, you're running the ball 3 times there. One of them is to your fullback. It's like 3rd and long. You let the fullback run it, or 2nd and long, and you let the fullback run it. That's where I wanted to see him just go for the kill there instead of just milking that thing down. And that was just part of where the whole thing went. And Madison ended up fumbling anyway, and then the rest is history. But I don't know. I like to see a little more sense of just put this game away. Let's put this thing away.
Put the thing away. Vikings are one game away from 500. Who knows? Maybe Dalvin Cook comes back. Maybe they get on a roll. But no part of this game should have gave the Vikings or Vikings fans really any hope or anything different than the last couple of weeks. Boo birds left and right. You could hear it on the TV and it was well deserved. The play calling was horseshit. The fans are definitely getting anxious, as are we. So shit needs to change, but I just don't think it's going to change. It never does change. We're going to see the same thing game in and game out.
Well, you look at the schedule coming up and the way this team's played, it's hard to find, I think, what was it, even 6-7 wins coming up here for the whole year. So this thing will, I see a lot of people tear it all down, and that's probably going to happen. If the Vikings keep playing this way, if the teams they have coming up, I just don't see them winning many more football games.
BK sums it up fairly well. One of the worst wins I've ever seen as a Vikings fan. That's true. That is true.
It was so weird. I mean, you're up 16-6. The game's pretty much done. You missed a field goal to go up 19-6, and then everything just kind of crumbled there. And again, even winning 19-6 would have been embarrassing against this Lions team.
19 points against this Lions team is insane. This injury-riddled 0-4 Lions team, and we put up 19 points. 19.
Yeah. It's weird because we were talking to Micro Mike earlier in the week, and he got everybody all pumped and hyped that this was going to be a blowout for the Vikings. And as the game got closer and closer, we all started thinking, it's the Vikings. They're going to maybe do the Vikings thing and not show up. And sure enough, that's what we got. And you saw it right from the start. The Lions get the ball. They march right down the field. Luckily, we were able to hang on and keep them to a field goal. But that kind of just set the tone for how this whole entire day went. Just the same old crap. Vikings playing down to the competition.
Purple Haze, he's right. Quit bitching. We won. It's accurate. We're probably being a little too down than we need to be. We did win, regardless of if it was ugly or not. So, Kirk Cousins, he had an okay game. I'm really reaching for some positives here. I'm sticking to my Darisaw though.
Where he did the ball pat like he was going to throw it, then he hung on to it. So there was some indecisiveness there. I'm not sure if he didn't like what he was seeing. Again, I thought the ground game, well, we did end up over 100 yards. Most of that was the big run that Madison ripped off. But yeah, the whole offense was not on today. And that's 2 games in a row now. I mean, obviously you're playing the Browns, which is much better defense, but you thought this would be a bounce back game on both sides of the ball, and it really wasn't.
Yeah, even the commentators were kind of ripping on the Vikings as far as questioning a lot of those play calling, especially on third down. They try to do the trick play where Kirk Cousins pretends it goes over his head. I don't know why they're getting fancy against a Detroit Lions team that you can probably just stick to the basics and put up some points. That didn't pan out. I'm sorry, Purple Haze. I'm going back to the negative here. I can't help it. I'm just not happy about this win. Who do we got? We got the Panthers coming up, right?
Yeah, they just lost to the Eagles today. So who knows? They started off hot. I think they've lost 3 in a row now. So they'll definitely be needing to get back in the old win column. So, that third down trick, but God, was that stupid.
It was stupid, but Madison proving once again that he is a guy that can definitely carry the load. 25 carries, 113 yards, workhorse. Justin Jefferson, like I said, Thielen didn't have a fantastic game. I was expecting a little bit more from KJ Osborne. What do you have? 3 for 14. Eric Kendricks got a good pick. I mean, we were a couple of plays from blowing this thing up. Let's give it that. I mean, if Harrison Smith makes that pick, that would have changed some things. Patrick Peterson makes that tackle at the end before the half. That changes a lot of things. So they were a little bit close to making the score probably a little bit more spread out than it should have been.
Well, and you had, I think, 2 different drives that were stalled because of key penalties on Chris Herndon and friends. So, you had definitely more scoring opportunities, but you missed the field goal too. And, I don't know. We won the game. I guess that's all that really matters in the end. We'll see where this goes. And, the way the team rallied around each other at the end there, I don't know. This is something they really needed. I don't.
Maybe the fact that everybody was lifting up not everybody, two people I think were lifting up Greg Joseph on their shoulders. It's just like the end of Rudy. Maybe it's happening. Maybe this is what we need. It might not have been pretty, but we got to win. And some of these new Vikings are now very excited. And maybe we go to is it at Carolina? I'm assuming. I don't even know.
At Carolina, yeah.
Maybe
so
we rip off another one.
I don't know if we talked enough about the Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins celebratory boxing match at the end of the game too, where they were
pumped,
hitting each other like in the shoulders, and God knows what they were saying. I'm sure
Zimmer's probably just grabbing him, saying, "You saved my job, thank you."
Yeah, and Kirk's probably saying "frick this" and "frick that" and all kinds of nasty words, but that was kind of weird. Word. But
one thing I would say, the weirdest part of the game, putting aside just some sketchy play calling, the third down play calling and all that, the weirdest part was Greg Joseph's 48-yard field goal coming up short. Did I miss something? Did it get hit? Did somebody tip that thing? Why was it short?
It just didn't get there. It just died. It was dead on. Everything looked beautiful, and all of a sudden it just came up like 1 yard short.
And we're probably not talking about that enough, because that field goal would have sealed the deal.
Well, yeah, and that's where everything kind of crumbled after that. I think they punched it in just a couple plays later, and then another chance where we had milk the clock, we fumbled again, and it's just, I don't know.
It does appear that a lot of people are kind of on the same page as us, where they're not excited at all. I mean,
no, it's not like the Seahawks game where you finally you beat an opponent that's owned you for the last 7 years, and then you feel good about that win. You hold Russell Wilson no points in the second half. Right now you're beating Jared Goff, who has basically no weapons other than TJ Hawkinson, who they didn't even use really today. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm trying to think of my stud and turd of the game. Everybody watching, make sure to have your stud and turd of the game. We're going to bring you on so we can hear your thoughts. What do you think? Should we go for it or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably about time. I don't know much more there is to say about this game. It was going really fast. I thought the thing was going to be over by 2:30. Not a lot of points being scored. But yeah, the thing ticked right by, and
a lot of still, even after a dub, a lot of fire Zim now. It's a lot of fire Zim.
Well, I just think you look at this ballless offense, and then this defense that I feel like I just feel like they're not. I think his defense, everybody's figured it out. I think they know how to attack the Mike Zimmer defense. I think it's something that offenses figured out years ago, and it's just not the same anymore. And I think the difference between what we saw today between Dan Campbell and Mike Zimmer was apparent. Dan Campbell's coaching basically a group of riffraff backups, and they come out, play fired up, hit hard. We got this, really top to bottom. Vikings have a very strong roster, and you're not seeing the same kind of fire from these players. And talent-wise, this was a mismatch, not even close between the two teams. And I think the coaching was what brought it to be so close, and then having to be a nail-biter kind of a finish.
Tim Voss, I hope you have a nice cold drink in your hand to help soothe those pains.
I'm sure it does.
Childress, that's rude.
That's the meanest thing you can probably say to anybody.
All right. Well, I'm going to put the link out there. You guys can hop on, give us your stud and turd of the game. I think I got mine. Dan Campbell was crying in the post game. Is that true?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope we made him cry.
I mean, I don't know if he was crying. I don't know.
He'll be over Twitter if he is, and I'm going to watch the crap out of that.
Yeah, I want to know that. I got to be honest, man. I'm having a tough time with my stud.
Well, I got mine. I got my both.
Anyone wants to hop on? There it is, stud and turd of the game. Give us your thoughts.
How do we feel with Greg Joseph? Do we like him? Do we not like him? Do we trust him?
It's hard to not get a little bit more on board with him. 4 for 5 today, had a 55-yarder. And the 54-yarder, whatever it was, to win the game, even though he had that weird short one. But Greg Joseph, yeah, choo-choo. I'm on the Greg Joseph train.
I'm I'm feeling a little more comfortable and confident with him when he lines up, especially from that 54 range. I mean, that's where he loves it. Anything inside that, I get a little more scared. I think he missed the 49-yard one, which the other two kicks he made looked like they would have been good from 63, and then he doesn't have enough mustard to get it through the 49. And maybe he's trying to put some more loft on the ball. I don't know what the heck it was.
He must have had a moment there because he definitely has a leg for 48. So obviously had a little bit of an issue.
Yeah,
Hot nut poncho. I like this guy. Well, we got there's a stud. We're seeing a lot of Zimmer turds. We're seeing some Joseph studs. That's fair. That's fair. Got ran over. CRC. CRC's on dial up. He's not coming through. Something tells me he would have had a great stud and turd. You try again there, buddy.
Wow.
There it is. Hop on. Let's see those beautiful, shiny purple faces for your stud and turd. Breland's biggest turd. It boggles my mind that every week they just don't throw at Breland every single time. Clearly, all he wants is that interception. He doesn't give a shit if he's going to tackle you or stop you. He wants the interception or you're going to score.
And I actually thought he had his best game today, to be honest with you, as a Viking. That's how bad he's played.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I was shocked after Hill got pulled and Darrisaw came back in that we saw Hill again. I mean, that was just – I would hope we see Darrisaw start next week against the Panthers. Why would we not at this point? If you put Hill back out there, that's just another knock on this coaching staff.
I want to listen to Lions fans. I'm curious what Lions fans actually think about this game.
They beat us. They had every right. They would have every right. I don't think it even bugged me. They deserve it. They would have deserved to rip me a new one.
Yeah. There it is. Lupagus. Hop off quick. We got. We're gonna have to get Lupagus some headphones. Stud. Noah, Matomidai, we see you guys. You're coming on. Lions fans are pumped. Maybe they are. I don't know it. 0-5. We'll see. All right, Lupagus, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Mr. Noah Piper, what do you got for us, buddy? Who's your stud turd?
I think turd is Mike Zimmer for sure. I even said when they scored that touchdown, I was telling my dad, I was like, he needs to get out of there. He's just I just don't think he's proven enough to keep that job anymore. And I'd be happy with anybody,
That's valid.
Yeah, and stud of the game's got to be Greg Joseph. I mean, he makes the field goal. That's I didn't even watch the field goal. I think I left for the Arizona field goal as well because I just at this point being a Vikings fan for a couple of years, I'm about done with kickers. But I'll give the stud to him this game.
All right, well done, sir. Well done. Thanks for hopping on, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard to watch those kicks, and it's been so many of them this year.
We even said it beforehand, where we said it's 50. He's gonna make it. It's the Lions, so of course he's gonna make it, and he just drilled the damn thing. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to Matomidai. Matomidai, our boy. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah. I think I didn't see all of the game again. I saw a little bit of the beginning and some of the fourth quarter, but I think my turd probably would have to be Mike Zimmer, and my stud probably would have to be either Everson Griffin because he's sack daddy, or Justin Jefferson because he's motherfucking Jefferson.
Hell yeah, Matomidai. Hell yeah, buddy. Matomidai throwing out the F-bomb. He's so excited. I love it.
Purple Haze, yes, Raul. He did his job. He got us to win.
He left. He's all over Lupagus's mirror now. Kendrick stud. Yeah, Kendricks isn't. We're not giving him enough love. Hill turd. Yeah, we didn't even mention that. They put in Darrisaw. Does a damn good job, and then they put Hill in. First thing Hill does is get absolutely annihilated, and they get a sack.
No, we mentioned it, but yeah, it was weird. It was immediate. He's on his ass, and it's just so much proof that he's not a very good football player, and he needs to be pulled. I mean, there's so many different examples of it.
Yeah, I mean, Darisaw is going to have his moments. There's no doubt about it. But get his ass in. I want him out there on the first play next week. I want him out there for the rest of the season. Let him go through his ups and downs so next year he can come back and whoop a little ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Darisaw is the future. One final time, if somebody else wants to come on. Otherwise, Lepagus, I think we got to rip off our studs and turds.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Yeah, I don't know. A couple times too, the way we line up an offense and put a tight end one-on-one with the defensive end, I don't like that. Those matchups never seem to work, and I think that ended up in a sack. Ben Elvison was absolutely destroyed. I think it was Trey Flowers again. I think he got 2. Or it was Harris. It was Charles Harris, but I don't know why we keep doing that.
All right, we got SSM hopping on here. I know he's got a good stud and turd. SSM, what do you got, buddy?
First of all, I'm glad you said that. I unfortunately just tuned in because I was watching the Packer game anyway. Stud and turd. Oh, I didn't even think about it. I just joined in because I saw the link.
What do you got?
Honestly, I'll go Greg Joseph. Even though he came up short on that 49-yarder, that clutch, it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Greg Joseph for stud. And then Rashad Hill. Because I wanted Darisaw. I saw, like, when he was in, I was like, oh, yeah, he's doing great. I saw one play where Rashad Hill literally just got pushed over.
Yep.
No, garbage. I don't want him. Christian Darisaw all the way.
All right, man.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.
SSM. Boom.
Yeah, he just hopped right on. I mean, I love that.
Yeah, did.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Damn bit. Hernan. I've seen a lot of Hernan turds. Yeah, you're damn right. Manamia just showed more emotion than her whole team.
He did.
All right, Lup, I guess let's do this. Who's your stud and turd? You get honors, Your Honor.
Are we starting with stud or turd?
Let's end on a high note. Let's end on a good note. Vikings got to win, whether we like it or not. And so let's start with our turd.
My turd is Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator. Just calling a really bad game. No rhythm to the offense at all. No balls. No going for the jugular. I need to see. You have a bad defense, a bad secondary. You're not attacking their weakness. I just thought it was a horrible game by Clint Kubiak today. So Clint Kubiak is my turd.
Yeah, I'm going down the same road. It's kind of a gimme, too easy, but I don't care. It's too obvious. I'm just going with the whole coaching staff itself. I mean, defense, offense, gross. Those third downs is almost, at this point, it's pathetic. It's pathetic to watch those third down plays. It's like, are you kidding me? How many? There can't be another team in this league that doesn't even try to get it past the first down mark on third down. It's almost like they're playing with us. They're trying to F with us a little bit. It's a joke. So wherever that lands, if it's Zimmer, if it's Kubiak, they're a turd. They're covered in turds. Tough. It's embarrassing. Play calling was embarrassing today, and we said that multiple times this week or this year.
Yeah, it was bad. It was absolutely bad. Way too conservative. All right,
studs.
You go first.
Well, I would like to say Chris Herndon is actually my turd 1B, just because 2 penalties still has done nothing. Maybe that's not on him. Whatever. It sounds like there's a monsoon outside, by the way. Yeah. All right, my stud.
Monsoon?
I'm going with. I'll say this: I kind of want to give it to Darisaw just because he was out there and he did good. But I'm gonna give it to Everson Griffin again. I think this is 2 weeks in a row. Griffin showing up. I don't care if he had the penalties. He showed up big with those 2 sacks. Continues to make the front office look like mild geniuses by bringing him back at a very cheap price. So Everson Griffin is my stud. I love him. And Greg Joseph, sorry, man. If he would have made that 48-yard, he'd be my stud, but it's Everson.
Yeah, I'm that was a good one, and I think Greg Joseph has some merit as well, but I'm going to go Justin Jefferson. I thought he was just on point today, making some great, tough catches. Without his performance today, the Vikings probably only score about 6 points. So, yes, Justin Jefferson, clearly Kirk Cousins' go-to target right now. I thought Thielen was going to have a big day. It ended up being Jefferson, and, yeah, I just love him. I mean, I love the way he plays. I love how he gets in everybody, the corners' faces, and he does his little first down thing. I mean, the guy's got so much freaking drip just coming off of him.
Drip. It's gross.
And he played well. He played well today. Justin
Ellis
Jefferson
Gregor makes a very good point. DJ Wanham, there was a sighting, and also a James Lynch sighting. That fumble recovery, those beautiful red locks hanging on his helmet.
He's still smiling. He was like a kid on Christmas. He was so happy he got like a new transformer or something. He was
probably the one holding up Greg Joseph at the end of the game. I didn't see who
probably
that was.
was.
It was probably him.
Yeah.
And Darth Bobo, you're right. It's no idea why they were doing that. No clue.
Yeah,
I've never seen that happen with an offensive lineman before. Ever.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Like something happened to Hill. I mean, other than sucking, maybe he got.
And
hurt,
I don't buy into the whole. Let's just get him a little bit of action. Let's get his feet wet. I don't buy into that. This is an offensive lineman. He was a first round pick. Throw his ass out there. If he's ready, he's ready. If he's not, he's not. They're like playing mind games with him. I don't like it.
Well, Rashad Hill definitely isn't ready, and they keep putting him out there. So,
Freddie Hall, I like it. I like the positive spin. Super Bowl homeboy, 14-3, baby. We will be back talking a lot of Panthers this week. Make sure to subscribe. Hit up our Patreon link. And we're going to be hot and heavy this week, no doubt about it. We did get a win, so even though this is a little bit negative, still a little excited.
Yeah, well, it is. It's fun. We're 2-3. Technically, there's a lot of football left, a lot of time to turn this whole thing around. But as depressing as this win was, we'll move forward, and hopefully this team can figure out what the heck's going on.
Damn it, Steven, we love you too.
We do. Absolutely love Stephen Power. All right, so yes, we will talk plenty of Panthers this week. Join the Patreon. Hell yeah. And remember this. It takes about 7 minutes for the average person to fall asleep.
7. Jeez.